What's up, guys? Welcome to another video from your boy Tony Solo. And this video is all about the simple truth of what it means to be a masculine man for women, beautiful women, whoever you want to call it. What may be confusing to a man is, what does it mean to be masculine? Does it mean being a man? Does it mean acting like this? Does it mean talking like this? Men are very confused because masculinity nowadays is very confusing. It's very much jaded. It very much has no depth to it. It looks like certain things. It looks like being loud. It looks like talking in a way where you're like very brooding. It looks like something to you. You're trying to figure out, is that what it means to be masculine? Is that what it means to be a man walking around with muscles, who's fucking tall, who has a certain look? Is that what it means for me, from where I'm at? I mean, I'm short. How can I be a man that can be that? I can't be what that guy is right there. What is the way? And I would say the way is, for many men, is to let go of the images that they're seeing right now. Society has fed you many images of what it means to be masculine. They've fed you many different ways of what it means to talk like a masculine man or a macho man. They've been constantly feeding you this, and the first thing you must do is let go of the things that you've been fed. In some way, it's nourishing you. You feel like, you know what? I've heard that this is the way that you should talk when you're around beautiful women or around women. So I'll talk like that. I've heard that this is the way that women like men to be. So I'll be that. You know, when I was growing up, the guys who really got the girls in my school, they were the guys who were acting like this and talking like this. And I guess that's the only way that I can get beautiful women. You've been saying all these things that's been leading you away from what it really means to be a masculine man for beautiful women. What it really means to be a masculine man, in essence. And my search was the same way. My search was me being able to look and to see, I don't want to be that. Is that really what I have to be? And getting angered by certain things and wondering, what is my direction? And then my search led me to letting go of what I've been fed. So for you, what does that mean, letting go of what you've been fed? What society has told you, you must let go. All the images they've been planting into your mind and all the things that they've been telling you that you have to be is something you have to let go for you to really know what it means to be a masculine man for women or a masculine man without women. You need to know what that means from the truth instead of just what you've been fed by everybody. Because if you keep getting fed by what society gives you, then you will never find the truth. Never, ever. First of all, society. Second of all, I would say what it means to be a masculine man from what you've seen. You need to let that go. Because you're basically holding on to an image in your mind about this is what it means to be a masculine man, and you're trying to live up to that, or you're trying to go, I don't want to be that, because if that's what it means to be a masculine man, then I'd rather not be it. Maybe that was the guys you seen in school and you resented in some way because they were assholes in some way. Maybe it was your dad because you feel like, fuck, that is the epitome of what masculinity is. And I feel like there's something off about that, but I also feel like, I mean, he's with my mom and is working out, so I guess I'll just feel like that's what it is, or that's not what it is. You need to let go of that as well. All the programming you've been having from people, from what you've seen, is now the process of what needs to be left alone. These different ways, I would say, that we've been pulled as men in so many different directions causes confusion. And for me, it caused me so much confusion. I had no direction to go. I thought what I need to do was just be really nice and do whatever the woman says, and everything will work out. This is what I thought. I thought this is what it means to be a masculine man. I thought what it really meant, because I started to, shape it in my own way, is that it meant, making sure that they never ever get angry at me. Making sure that I'm always being there for them. Making sure that I am constantly doing whatever they need to do for me to be able to be seen as a nice guy or as a good man. Just confused, not knowing. I resented different images of masculinity, so I became something that I thought was masculine that women would love. Because of course, society also feeds you that women love this, women love that, women love this, women love that. And you're constantly trying to like, okay, what do they love? What do they like from men? What do they like from being a man? What do they like from all these different things? I am confused. But what it did do, it started to give me clarity though. It started to give me so much clarity around, okay, if I can't extract meaning from what it means to be a masculine man or what it means to be a masculine man for beautiful women, then I need to go find somebody who can give me direction. So I sought out mentors. I started getting people in my life. I started seeing positive images of what true masculinity was. And I started to see men who were great with women, but at the same time, didn't take their shit and was willing to say no and was willing to walk away. But also at the same time, willing to be sensitive, willing to be there for them. And from that, I started to now know what it meant to be a masculine man for beautiful women or for women, and what it didn't mean. What it didn't mean, of course, was me reacting and believing that I have to be certain things. That's what it didn't mean. I felt like I had to be all these things so I could be able to get women. I felt like I have to be all these different things so that I just don't turn into the asshole. I felt like I just had to just be this certain image because I was avoiding this side of myself. Avoiding. And this is the path that many men walk down, just trying to be one side and avoiding the other side. Because they've built resentment to the other side, so they'll start being this side. And what I found out from looking at the positive of what it means to be a masculine man for women is that both sides are necessary. You can't have one without the other. Trying to have one without the other is basically saying that women just like one side of you. It's basically saying that women either like the asshole or they like the guy that's nice. I started to notice that they don't like the asshole or they don't like the nice guy. They just like a man who's himself all the way in between, which is everything from being able to say no all the way to a man who's able to be affirming and able to comfort her and able to be empathetic. And that side, the soft side and the hard side, as you guys heard me say so many times. But through everything I saw, I still noticed that there was one thing that was the most consistent. And that's this simple truth. The simple truth of what it means to be a masculine man for beautiful women is being able to be still enough in yourself to draw out in the woman. This is the most simple truth. Masculinity in itself, or a masculine man in himself, is able to be still, quiet. Not like, but quiet on the inside. Able to empty out himself. Able to hold space, as I say. Able to look at a woman in her eyes and be unmoving, unwavering in the fact that he is here with her. Being here with his whole self and being totally still on the inside. His ability to move into stillness will be directly correlated to how mature he will be as a man, as a masculine man. A man who really doesn't have the ability to move into stillness on the inside, he will always remain the immature masculine his entire life. Because masculinity in itself, or a masculine man in itself, is able to settle into the pervading stillness that's always there. And once I started to see this simple truth, this completely changed my entire interactions with women. My entire interactions when I would walk up to beautiful women who used to scare the fuck out of me. I was able to be there with her with my whole self and be quiet enough on the inside to notice. To notice that right now I am afraid. Right now I really want to leave, so that's why I'm talking too fast. Right now I'm scared that she wants to leave, so I'll continue to fill in the gaps. I started to notice. I started to be aware of myself. Settle into stillness. Settle into what it means to be aware. That's what stillness is. This is awareness. I started to see that I'm afraid of looking in her eyes for a long time, because maybe she'll see that I'm actually not as confident as I'm coming across. I started to notice what was happening inside of me. I started to notice what was happening inside of me when I was in front of a woman. That was the biggest thing, is that it wasn't when I was away from them, it was when I was in front of a woman I could now start to feel what was happening. I could now start to sense the reactions inside of me that I wanted to look away because I was afraid to keep eye contact. I started to notice the reactions inside of me that I wanted to come up and control me to have me keep talking fast. In the moments of silence, just freaking out. That is the absolute beautiful thing about stillness, is that stillness allows something to arise. Whether that be in what's happening right now between me and the woman, or what's happening in me, or what's happening in her. Stillness allows something to arise. And as something arises, I'm able to notice now. I'm able to be aware of what's happening with us. I'm able to relax more. This simple truth of being able to be still when you're in front of a woman, any woman, is your avenue to understand what it means to be a masculine man for beautiful women. They don't seek you to be like this, to act like this, to be like this. Of course, there's aspects of masculinity like leading, which is being directed, being fixed, living by truth. These are absolutely things that the masculine exudes, but the most simple truth is that the masculine is still. Stillness, awareness. And that awareness allows you to draw out of her charm, which is expression. The thing about her that wants to be expressed, which is her heart. It allows that to be present because you're present. And once a woman is present to her heart and you are, looks fade away. It totally fades away. This is why you see men who are really unattractive with a beautiful woman, because looks fade away when stillness and expression is there, because no matter what, that polarity will draw a man and a woman together. Stillness is your nature. With this understanding of knowing the importance of what it means to be still, it now gives you a direction on where to go. I want you to become a man who notices more. Notice yourself more. Notice the times that you want to react to a situation when you're in front of a woman. Notice when you're in front of her and you're looking in her eyes and you're afraid that maybe she can see you. Notice the reactions that's happening inside of you, the sensations that are rolling through you as you're in front of her, or even before you see her, and even as you see her from a distance. Become aware. Because it's from this foundation, this fundamental place, that you're going to be able to draw different women into your life in a different way. What happens actually is that you stop working so hard when you're in front of a woman. You may feel like it's so much work right now, and it is. It's so much work. And the reason why it's so much work is because you are afraid of being able to be still in yourself. That's why. This is what I noticed, is that I was afraid of being still in myself. But the moment I started becoming still, the shift was dramatic. I wasn't in a rush anymore, as some of you may be. I wasn't there and trying to figure out, how can I keep the conversation going so that I don't lose her attention. I didn't feel under pressure to have to carry the whole conversation. Because in stillness, truth arises. And I started to notice that, this is not just a one-way conversation. This is a two-way street. All these different things started to come to me when I became still on the inside. The biggest thing that I noticed is that the woman started to talk much more. She started to invest. She started to get to know me. She started to tell me things, and she would come across things like, why am I telling you this? All kind of things would happen. And this is what you need to experience in front of a woman. You need to experience those times where you're just like, okay, I don't know what to say, and you're freaking out, and you just need to be still and quiet in front of her and just notice what happens. You need to get some feedback from being in silence. Because right now, silence scares the shit out of you. But the moment you get feedback from it, the moment you notice the potency of it, it starts to shift your relationship to it. Stillness has been the most foundational thing that's changed my life. The most foundational thing. Because that's what life stems from. Life stems from awareness. Life stems from this moment. Life stems from what's happening right now. What's real right now. Many men find it very difficult to be still. Many men are like, do I really have to learn meditation? Do I really have to learn how to be in front of a woman and look at her and be still on the inside? And I hear, of course, because I hear students go, why should I learn meditation? And I go, man, if you do not become a man who's aware, you're missing out on your nature to be masculine. Remember, I told you masculinity in its essence is stillness. If you're not a man who's still, you're missing out on your nature. Yes, you will always be a masculine man by nature, absolutely, but you will always be the immature. You will never be able to attract the mature feminine into your life, because you'll always be the immature masculine. And you'll keep attracting women in your life who give you chaos. Or the chaotic parts of women. But the moment you allow yourself to become the mature masculine, which is become more still in yourself, see truth, be able to empty out and be in front of a woman, the more you can do that, the more your entire life is going to change, not just with women, but outside of women. It shifts and it moves and it starts to give you that which you want. So guys, I hope you got a lot from this video on what it means to be masculine for beautiful women. Go out there, be still, allow yourself to be centered and real and here, and notice how this stillness starts to affect the women you're in front of. For now, I would like for you to go over to the description box and click on the link. I'm giving away this amazing 2 hours, or actually over 2 hours, of how to meet women from the approach to the bedroom. I break it down step by step, and it's totally free for you. Until next time, this is Tony Solo saying, be masculine. Much love. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You know, I'm always giving you something new, and it's also something new that I want to give you. I've created a video series which is Approach to Bedroom. And I'll be showing you everything from what do you say upon an approach, not what to say, but how you can say what you want to say, and being able to have the mindsets to go with that, being able to be in conversation, being able to take the woman home. And along this path, just giving you insights into things that may pop up to give you issues. I've covered it in this video series that, you know, packed full of about 3 hours of me just giving you guys everything that I can say is going to be the best from approach to bedroom. If you want this, it's totally free. If you want this, click the link below, and what will happen is that you'll get a video series sent right to you, and check it out. Until next time, I'm out.